All right, everyone. There's been a lot of things happening lately in the world of Black Desert Online, and there is a lot to come in the future as well. And we know that we are getting the new Attoraxion dungeon coming this week, which is pretty crazy considering that we had the summer season and the Corsair class launched just a couple weeks ago. We had that pretty sizable update just a few days ago that had that Caphras change. It had that new field boss, which actually spawned today. And already in just a few days here, we are getting the release of the first dungeon in Black Desert Online. And with all of these exciting news and announcements comes a lot of free stuff as well. And that is what I wanted to share with you guys, is there is an insane amount of codes going around right now with lots and lots of free stuff. And what I did is I spent the last like half an hour or so trying to compile every single code that I could actually find, put it all in one page for you guys here, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Now, some of the codes I know have an expiration date of the end of July, and that's because those are going to be the codes that are actually tied to this Get Ready for Attoraxion event that we have going on. And if you take a look at this post here, you can see that there are 6 codes in particular, and every single one of these is unlocked every single day. But the good news is, don't panic, because there was an event that they did like this where you actually had to use the codes by the end of the day before the next daily reset. These ones you actually have, for all of these, you have until July 31st. So at the time of me making this, by the way, the 2 and the 1 code here at the very bottom have not yet been activated yet. So if you guys are watching this video in the future, they might be active. But at the time of me recording this, they are currently not active yet. They will be, obviously, tomorrow and then the next day. But this is not all. Do not be deceived. This free stuff is really nice. You can see fail stacks, elixirs, crystal extraction, seasonal materials if you guys are playing the seasonal server. Jonas fragments, really useful if you guys are going for that pen accessory through the new quest line that was released with the Heidel Ball. More seasonal mats, artisans, more fail stacks, and a black magic crystal box. But there is even more here as well. And I think I've got 16 or 17 total codes here to share with you guys. Now, those ones I know actually have an expiration date at the end of July. However, the ones I'm going to pop on the screen right there for you guys, the ones at the top, I do not know when those expired. I really did everything I could to go around and scavenge, try to find as many codes as I possibly could. And unfortunately, I don't know the expiration date to like basically the first half of that list right there. So better to be safe than sorry. I would really try to use these before the release of Attoraxion and before next week's maintenance. That's generally the cutoff period for a lot of codes. So especially like I noticed that a lot of these codes are linked to like Twitch streams and things going on Twitch, and generally speaking, those codes don't actually end up lasting for very long. So there's a reasonable chance that even just like a day or a couple of days later at the time of me posting this, that a lot of those codes there at the top are unfortunately not going to be active anymore. And they give some pretty good stuff. I know that for sure. I actually haven't even finished redeeming them all because I want to, just as a really quick example here, those of you guys who are super new or maybe are not aware, I will go ahead and I will redeem one of these right now in the video, just so you guys can see how you can do this in-game. You don't have to go to your browser. You don't have to leave the game. You don't have to send anything to your mailbox. It is all done super simply, quite simply by this feature right here. And let me just take away my webcam for a second so you guys can see. And all you have to do is go over to the Adventurous Support, go over to Use Coupon right there. You go to this interface, you copy, paste, or type whatever code it is that you're redeeming right there. And then you end up clicking Use. Very simply, you can see you've successfully redeemed the coupon, and you don't have to go ahead and send anything to your mailbox. I know for like the Twitch drops, a really big thing that confused a lot of people is that you actually had to go to your accounts and you had to send your Twitch drops over to your Black Desert Online mailbox. You don't have to do that. If you use this in-game interface, you'll notice that if you end up going to your mailbox, any codes that you redeem will be right there at the top of your mailbox, and you can just go ahead and claim the goodies on whatever character you want. Just keep in mind that some stuff that might be like sensitive to whatever character that you claim it on. I know like the beginner's Blackstones that they gave out a while ago. Obviously, that's one where you want to be mindful on what character you actually claim the codes on. I don't know if any of those codes that we have for now, that's a consideration to make, but especially for the future, when it comes to certain things where obviously the character that you claim the codes on, it's important to be mindful what that character is. Just kind of keep that in mind for future consideration. But really, really exciting here. We've got the first dungeon coming to Black Desert Online here. And let me just go ahead and show you guys these codes here once again. I will also, what I will do here is, I know this helps out quite a bit. I will go ahead and leave these in the description of the video this time. I will also post a comment in the comment section of the YouTube video. I'll pin the comment at the very top, so you should be able to see it there. I don't generally like to update the description too much after the video is released, but what I will do is if there's any new codes that I come across in the next few days or so, I will go ahead and I will post them in the comment section. I'll update it there. And, you know, I'm not going to make a new video if a couple new codes come out or whatever. I only like to do this maybe like once every week, once every couple weeks or so. But keep an eye out because obviously I think I got everything. I really did. I spent a good amount of time looking for all the codes I could. But there is a possibility that I missed out on one or two here. So if you guys have any extra codes that you're aware of on NA, EU, or Southeast Asia, or if any come out in the next couple of days, please feel free to let me know and I will do my best to get these out to you guys. Now, the only bad news, or somewhat bad news, is the codes that you guys see, from what I have heard, is that most, if not all of these codes are actually exclusive to NAEU, not Southeast Asia, and I believe from what I've heard as well is that I think you can only use the majority, if not all of these codes on PC and not on console. You guys are still welcome to try it out if you want. You can update me in the comment section if it turns out that I'm wrong on that, or if you can use these on SEA or on console. But I have also been told this code right here, I have been told is specifically for Southeast Asia right there. So if you guys do play SEA, I don't know if this is old. I don't think it is. I think it's only a couple days ago. But if you still haven't used that code and you do play on the Southeast Asia server, I believe it should be active right there. Because unfortunately, the bad news is when it comes to a lot of my code videos, I know that a lot of them are NAEU only. But I try my best. I really do. And unfortunately, I just don't get as many news and updates when it comes to stuff with the Southeast Asia server as I do with the NAEU server. So now, the last thing that I want to say with the Attoraxion update is there's obviously a lot going on with this dungeon. They posted this here, you know, basically when last patch came out, the Attoraxion is coming announcement. And here we've got a little bit of info, some preliminary stuff. The main questline requirements, like characters must be level 57 or higher, completed either Succession or Awakening questline, and completed the quest, The Invitation. We also have here that there are two difficulties. There's obviously a, you know, regular difficulty, which they recommend 250 AP and 300 DP, and then there's the Elvia server difficulty, which is 280 recommended AP and 340 recommended DP. Now, this has actually been out on the, I believe, the Korean server for a little while now, and so there is a little bit of footage and a little bit of more info on how the dungeon actually works, and I've taken a look at it as best as I can, and I was thinking of potentially releasing some more videos out in the future. Now, obviously, when the dungeon comes out, it's going to be very clear. It'll be a lot easier for me to make more videos about this in particular, but there's definitely a few considerations and things you want to be aware of before the dungeon actually releases. So I will try to get that out there. It might not be the absolute best, given that obviously I have not run this myself. It's only on the KR server, but I will try my best to get the most important stuff out there in a video to you guys, hopefully before this week's update. So with that being said, though, that is going to be basically it. I just wanted to make sure that you guys get this free stuff here. Let me know what you guys think of everything that's going on. Are you still playing your seasonal character? How's your VALA gear going? Are you guys still working on that? Do you have your full pen VALA by any chance? Are you playing Corsair still, or did you decide to go to a different class? Do you know what you guys are going to be using your Fugar's timepiece on? That's something that I haven't brought up in a little bit. And just generally, what are your thoughts and opinions about what's been going on in the game lately, as well as this upcoming dungeon, the first dungeon to Black Desert Online? That's going to be about it for now, though. More videos coming out soon, so I hope you enjoyed, and if you guys are looking forward to more, especially more videos about the Attoraxion dungeon, consider leaving a quick like. It really does help out more than you can imagine. Subscribe as well with notifications on to get alerted of future videos, and that's going to be about it for now. So have a fantastic rest of your day, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend if you guys are watching right when I posted this, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, everyone.